Hello, everyone, and welcome to All Four Downs, part of the CMG Central podcast. It is the NFL going into week 10. Can you believe it already? Week 10?
I'll tell you, man, this thing is going by quick, fast, in a hurry. They're trying to get to
Yeah.
February now. They're trying to get to that Super Bowl.
And the thing is, we're at week 10 and we're thinking about, hey, we're closing in the playoffs, but it doesn't feel like it's closing into the playoffs. It feels
Yeah.
like we're in a halfway mark. Like, like I'm not gonna try to spread, rumors or ideas or anything like that, but you think there'll be a 20-game season?
Oh, please. I mean,
What?
17 is long enough for me right now.
Oh, what's even longer is these bye weeks that be happening.
For real.
I know, but hey, let's take a look at these standings real quick. The Buffalo Bills losing to the New York Jets, and now you have three teams with 6 wins. So looking at this right now, we're at halfway mark at the finish line. Which one of these four teams? Because look, all four teams are in it, even New England Patriots. Bills, Jets, Dolphins, Patriots. Who do you think is more in favor of winning the East Division?
I still think the Bills are. I think this division is overall improved and very competitive all of a sudden. And so, but I still think Buffalo is still the stronger team out of the four.
I'm gonna take the wild card and give it to the New York Jets. I mean, this team on the road are kicking butt. They just need to stay away from MetLife Stadium. All right, they're 4-0 on the road, and that's pretty the hardest accomplishment, especially in that division. And I was thinking about the Bills. Honestly, I'm gonna stick with the Bills, but the Bills are 0-2 in their division, and then you got the Jets and the Dolphins running it up. And I'm not gonna sleep on the Dolphins. They got speed in that offense, and no, I'm not gonna blame it on Tua Tagovailoa or whatever his name is. I still think that he is not an elite quarterback. It's just there's a lot of talent supporting him, but he is not the elite. He is not Patrick Mahomes or anything like that. So I don't even want to hear anyone say that it's Tua, because Tua could go anywhere else. But I got you. In the AFC North, the Baltimore Ravens 6-3 leading the pack. You think they'll remain first place and win the division?
Yeah, as long as they don't take a double-digit lead going into the fourth quarter, I think they'll be all right. Cincinnati, we know the defending AFC champions. They're not going to go away without a fight. So I think to me it's a two-team race there, but I think Baltimore's still the stronger team.
I think if the Bengals lose another division game, knowing they got three more games with that division, I think they're going to be pretty much out of the playoffs.
I
It'll be
mean, look,
very hard.
yeah, the Bengals have not won a division game yet this year. I mean, three of their four losses came within that division, so that's not good. Not when you try to make
Absolutely.
the playoffs.
No, no. And which probably gives a boost for the Browns if they potentially can make it up there. But it seems like the Browns are struggling within the conference, not so much within their division.
Yeah.
Moving on to the AFC South, Tennessee Titans finally got their groove on. Had a rough start at the beginning, but I think now we're convinced that they're going to run away with the division.
Well, yeah, you look, they're undefeated in division play. I'm just concerned with them outside of that division. Can they win, going deep into the playoffs if you can't beat anybody outside your division? I mean, the South is really weak, and they should be taking advantage of it.
Hey, the Colts are out of the playoffs. They fired their head coach Frank Wright. Expect Frank Wright to be an offensive coordinator somewhere else, and make that team even better. But the Jaguars, I thought they had potential at the beginning, but it seems like
Yeah.
they're just slipping away. Trevor Lawrence making careless mistakes with the ball. And then the Houston Texans, man. I mean, I said it all along, man. After they had that tie and they don't play to win it, their record speaks for itself, being 1-6-1.
No, I agree. I mean, Jacksonville is just maybe a couple of plays away of having a winning record there. Maybe flipped around to 6-3 instead of 3-6. But you are what your records say you are. I mean, shoulda, woulda, coulda. You got to clean that up if you're going to have a winning record and try to make a run at the playoffs or even win division title.
Hey, Doug Peterson, excuse me, is his first year with the team. So what adjustments can he make in his second year? But I think Jaguars are still safe. And then in the West, which everyone thought that was going to be the hardest division, turned out to be not so true. But you still got the Chiefs and the Chargers on top. But I'm convinced the Chiefs will I think they'll finish undefeated in their division.
I think so too. I think the way things are running right now, the Chiefs are going to always run that. It's going to continue running that West. The Chargers are making a gallant effort here.
Hmm.
However, I don't see how the Chargers are going to try to overrun the Chiefs with for this division title.
And the NFC, we have the Eagles still undefeated, 8-0. They'll be taking on the Washington Commanders. Got a story for that later on. But look, besides the Eagles, because they're going to be a top dog in that conference, you have a lot of 6 teams, 6-win teams, the Cowboys, Giants, and the Seahawks. And we know that the Seahawks beat the Giants, so they're going to be ahead of them if there's a tiebreaker, right? But besides that, and Minnesota Vikings 7-1. Out of the 6-win team, which one of those 3 teams will falter?
I hate to say it, but the Giants are the more likely of one to falter than the Cowboys or the Seahawks at this point in time, only because of their quarterback. Okay, and I know I'm talking a little bad about my team, but reality is what it is. Okay, Geno Smith is a little more stable as a quarterback in Seattle, and Dak Prescott. I mean, he may be a hot mess, but he has a defense that can help him, clean up those messes. I'm not talking about the offensive line. I'm talking about the
Mm.
defense helping Dak Prescott stay in these games, because he will make those ridiculous mistakes. So I think if anybody was to falter out of this 3 teams, it would be the Giants.
I say that as long as they don't give too much of the ball to Dak Prescott, I think the Cowboys kind of be the most dangerous team in the East. They still have a chance to win that division. I mean, they're 2-1 right now, but they can run it up. Um, as far as the North, uh, surprisingly, the Green Bay Packers being at 3-6, and I still won't count them out, knowing that we're now in that stretch, that final, over the hump on the season. But I am surprised with the Bears, the way they are making a groove with their quarterback and everything else. I'm kind of digging the Bears, and they're showing life, even though they're not winning games, but they are showing life.
They are. I mean, they're playing well with what they have. Justin Fields is. This is to be expected with a Justin Fields, but not an Aaron Rodgers. I'm sorry, but you're
Right,
right. Aaron Rodgers is still dangerous, even though he's cocky, he's arrogant, he's self-centered, but he's still Aaron Rodgers, and he can still make those miraculous plays. He knows how to read the defenses. So even though the Giants helped start this 5-game losing streak, I would not just yet write them out because they're still in the thick of things for that 7th wild card spot.
right. Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Atlanta Falcons tied 4-5. Um, I do believe that this is the point where the Bucks start turning the wheel, and I expect the Bucks to start winning out here on out.
Yeah, this division is a remnants of what our division looked like 2 years ago. Okay, at this point, after 9, 10 weeks. But yeah, if Tampa Bay did not win this game against the Rams, it was going to be just a dumpster fire for Atlanta to win this division. But now that Tampa Bay's kind of reeling and dealing, I guess you want to say, they should
Right.
be the favorite to win that division. I wouldn't take it past them that they still have a losing record at the end of the season at 8-9.
Well,
But hey, they will win that division.
Seattle 2-game lead over the 49ers, and the defending champs, man, are they're 3-5. I'm surprised at that, and I am not surprised with the Arizona Cardinals. I said it before, man. When you got a head coach that's always aggressive and always going for fourth downs, and I don't know, I feel like every time look at the Cardinals, there's a disconnect between the head coach and the quarterback, and I don't know, man. It's just something's gotta give, and I have a gut feeling that the Cardinals may have a new head coach next season. So
Yeah.
keep that in mind.
San
But
Francisco, look, San
go ahead.
Francisco to me is a threat. Seattle better watch out. The 49ers could go undefeated in the West in division play. They're already 3-0. So that tells you something right there. They're struggling outside the division, but they have a very favorable schedule down the stretch that could give them a big shot at winning the West and saving themselves from having to fight for a wild card.
Well, we're gonna get set for our picks. And this picks are brought to you by the CMG Central. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. That is CMG Central. All kinds of sports from all four downs to R&J, the keys to the city, and also join about the G-Man. You got that and much, much more on this channel. So please, by all means, subscribe, man. Enjoy our podcast, man. It's pretty dope. But we're week 10 games. Wow. And we start off with the bye weeks. These are the winners of the bye weeks: the Bengals, the Patriots, Jets, and Ravens. I mean, those four need some much needed rest, because after this, man, balls to the walls, baby. I'm telling you right now.
And all four of them got winning records, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, and let's see if let's see if the Falcons could turn their season around and become winners here, as they are on the road versus the Carolina Panthers.
Look, this game a couple of weeks ago should have been Carolina's victory, but because of stupidity, mistakes, costly mistakes, penalties, it cost them the game. I think, to me personally, Thursday Night Football, I think Atlanta's going to clean this up. They got a really good run defense, a run offense that Carolina cannot stop. I think this is going to be a different Falcon team we're going to see. Give me the Falcons to win this game over the Carolina Panthers. I'm
all the way. I think they're going to get their second win on the road, so I'm going for the Falcons as well. Moving on to the Broncos visiting the Titans.
Look, you got a heavy dose of Derrick Henry. What can the Denver Broncos do to try to stop that run game there also? Okay. Hopefully, Tannehill will return. I don't think it's going to really make a difference. Just feed him the rock. Denver's going to fall pretty hard, because, Denver's defense have allowed more than 21 points, I think, only once this season, but I don't think it's going to matter anyway. Give me Tennessee at home.
Well, I'm telling you right now, I'm going for the Broncos, and the reason why is I'm a little suspect when it comes to the point spread. The Titans are favored 2 points with a 36.5 over-under. I'm surprised that Tennessee spread is not bigger, and therefore there's something that the bookies know that I don't know. I'm gonna go for the Broncos for the win.
And you don't know?
Moving on to the Texans versus the Giants. The Giants coming from a bye week. They're 3-1 at home. Surprising, they're 6-2. But we know the history what happens after the bye week. The Giants seem not to get their mojo going. But the Texans, they could start off in the first half with defense, but they start slacking in the second half. I'm taking the Giants, especially they're favored by 5 points. I am taking those points for some reason, even though I know I said that it's coming from a bye week. But there's something special about the Giants and their head coach that's making wonders happen. So who do you got?
Give me Saquon Barkley and the New York Giants. I think if they feed Saquon really hard, because look, Houston is 32nd in defense, in the rushing defense. They cannot stop the run. If the Giants can take advantage of this, which they're 5th in rushing this year because of Saquon, I think that's going to help Daniel Jones from having to do less work and trying to find a wide open receiver, and less pressure from him having to run. The Giants win this game.
All right, Seahawks visiting the Buccaneers.
Wow, Germany game, 8:30 start time. For me, 8:30 start time. Look, I think Tom Brady got his mojo back here. Just something to get that you just can't take away from Tom Brady. He's going to add to that 100,000 yards passing that he has all time here. And look, points per game, they're just that good. Passing, they're just that good. I think this is going to be a reality check for the Seahawks here. So give me the Buccaneers to win this game at home and get back to 500.
I beg to differ, man. I'm taking Seattle. Seattle plays very well in Florida, and that run game is going to be respected. And as long as they keep that offense on the field, I think that makes the Seahawks defense a little bit more dangerous. I'm taking the Seahawks. I'm taking it for the win. Tampa Bay is favored by 3 points, but I'm taking an upset.
Okay, but I see what you're saying when the Seattle plays good in Florida, but they're gonna play in Germany, so I don't know what makes the difference there.
Oh yeah, I don't know why, and I can't even talk right now. Hold on for a second. I'm still taking the Seahawks, baby.
Okay, take them. That's okay. That's okay.
Vikings versus the Bills.
Okay, I'm not gonna listen to what the crowds are saying about the elbow situation with Josh Allen. Look, Buffalo is undefeated at home. They are dangerous. Overall, they've got the fourth best defense in the league. Minnesota better watch out for that. Okay, passing defense, Kirk Cousins, I'm sorry, you're not going to be able to throw the ball against them. Trying to run that ball, good luck. You might get some kind of success there, but Buffalo's in the top 10 defense when it comes to passing and rushing. So they're gonna do all the stopping they can. Okay. And offensively, Buffalo has the best offense overall. Give me Buffalo at home to stay undefeated and knock down the Vikings to reality, because the Vikings really haven't gotten reality check besides Philadelphia. Give me the Buffalo Bills, go 7-2, and keep that stretch lead in the AFC East.
Well, my friend, you said the same thing last week with the Bills over the Jets, and look what happened. The Jets
That's
came out
okay.
victorious. So I'm
okay
gonna tell you right now, this is not disrespect the Vikings. They earn what they have. They're playing their schedule. And the last two visits they did in Buffalo, the Vikings won. So the Vikings are gonna give the Bills their first loss of the season at home.
Nice.
I'm
Okay.
taking the Vikings. Yes.
All right. You're gonna be like Kirk Cousins. You like that? You like that?
You know what else I like is this next game, the Lions and the Bears. Yeah, baby. Lions haven't won on the road, and they're not going to win because the Bears are going to get their fourth win of the season this Sunday, 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Fox, baby.
What's sad is they're not going to be able to stop Justin Fields rushing. The Bears are like number one offensive rushing offense, and it's all because of Justin Fields. Okay, the Lions they rank dead last against the rush, against the pass. Overall, they got the worst defense in the league. So I like the Bears jumping back on this one. So I'll give me the Bears.
All right, the Jaguars versus the Chiefs. Look, there's something's going on with Trevor Lawrence. I don't have no idea why he's performing the way he is. I liked it the first 3 games, but somehow they're slipping away. On the other side of the ball, you got the Chiefs, who are, look, they're 6-2, 3-1 at home, but they're looking like a Super Bowl team. So I'm taking the Chiefs.
Oh yeah, definitely. You know, the Chiefs are well rounded here. Even though Jacksonville has, to me, is improving, they're trying to clean up things. But look, the Chiefs, Arrowhead, they're 3-1 at home. Give me Patrick Mahomes. Give me the Chiefs. Done deal.
All right, the Browns visiting the Dolphins, and hopefully that the weather, the hurricane, doesn't do any damage or anything like that. But Miami's favorite at 3.5. I am taking Miami with the speed between Waddle and the other guy that came from the Chiefs.
Hill. Yes,
Tyreek Hill. That's right. They're making Tua look good, but Tua is not my MVP. But I am sticking with the Dolphins on this one. Then we're going to go ahead and demolish the Browns.
I don't know so much about demolish, but I think this is going to be a shootout because both these teams are allowing almost 25 points a game. So that tells me a little something about their defense. The offense is, I think whoever's going to get the ball last is going to wind up winning this game. And so I will take the home team on this one. Give me the Dolphins to beat the Browns.
The Saints versus the Steelers. Both teams are struggling on the home or away. I don't know what to give between both these teams. I don't even know. Honestly, I had to flip a coin. And then once I realized who the winner was, I was like, who they? Who that? I'm taking the Saints by a small margin to defeat the Steelers.
Yeah, I want to go for Kenny Pickett here, but the Saints offense is in the top 10 in passing and overall, and I don't see how the Steelers defense is going to try to stop anything because they rank dead last in passing. So yeah, I hate to do it, but I'm going to go with the Saints on this one. This was kind of a toss-up for me, but I think the Saints bounce back.
All right, the Colts visits the Raiders. Colts will have a new head coach, Jeff Saturday, who just called up from being an ESPN NFL analyst on many shows, and which gives me the questions like why him and not use an interim head coach within the organization.
Hmm.
Well, regardless of what's going on, it doesn't matter what the coach do on the road because I'm taking the Raiders because they seem to know how to play football in Las Vegas. Give me the Raiders.
Look, it's very sad to say that the Indianapolis Colts are averaging 9 points a game on the road. If that ain't the recipe for success for the Raiders, then they don't deserve to win any more games. Give me the Raiders to win this game.
Cowboys versus the Packers. Cowboys 6-2. They got a lot to go by because they're trying to keep up with the Eagles. But on the other side, the Packers are struggling on their offense because, man, I've never seen Aaron Rodgers throw 2 picks in the end zone, especially at goal line and especially within the 5 yards to score a touchdown. And he throws an interception twice. One, I don't know why he threw it. He threw the ball. The other one is just his receivers got butterfingers, man. But I am somehow going to stick with the Green Bay Packers at home because they're playing the Cowboys.
I'm not mad at you, man. But look, I don't think this is going to be a passing barrage here. I think both Dak and Aaron Rodgers are going to struggle trying to throw the ball here because the opposite defense is just that good against the pass. So I think it's going to come down to the run game and who's going to have a better run game. So I'm taking the Cowboys on the road here to beat the Green Bay Packers and send them to their 6th straight loss.
Ah, ha, ha, ha. All right. Good luck, my friend. Cardinals versus the Rams. Who you got?
I'm going with the home team. I'm going with the Rams. I think the Rams are going to clean this up after last week's sloppy game. I know the Rams ranked 29th in the NFL in scoring offense, but I think they're just more well-rounded than what Arizona is. Because the Cardinals, to me, they've allowed, I think, over 30 or more points in 3 straight games. I think that's a recipe for success, whether or not Stafford is playing. I don't care who's at quarterback. I think the Rams could put them points rebound from their loss last week. So give me the Rams.
Well, I'll tell you what. I said it before. I think the Cardinals are just one loss away from having a new head coach. I'm Tams over the Cardinals. And that 1.5, I think that's an easy pick 'em. Easy pick 'em. And that leads us to Sunday night football and Monday night. Yes, I have the Rams. The Chargers visit the 49ers. The 49ers are favored 7 points. I'm going with the Chargers on this one. I don't have a reason but to say Chargers.
Well, I mean, I can see why the Chargers are 3-1 on the road this year. You know what I'm saying? But
we're talking about San Francisco, which it's a lot. But I'm gonna tell you, I don't know. Sometimes the Chargers don't play right for some reason. I don't know. It's like 1 week they're on, 1 week they're not looking good, and it fluctuates. But I got a feeling that the Chargers might pull it off in a small margin.
Well, they're going to have a hard time with that 49er defense, who is ranked number 1 in the league, number 1 against the rush. So I don't see the Chargers running that ball at all. Now, they'll be able to pass the ball, I believe. They will be able to do that. So, but I'm going to take the 49ers in this game. I think this is the road for the 49ers to start this game at home en route to winning that NFC West division title. So give me the 49ers.
All right, now we got the Commanders versus the Eagles. Now, listen, call me crazy. You're going to have to call me crazy. Yes, yes, yes. I know the Eagles are 8-0. And yes, they are 4-0. I got it. I totally understand. To win. Did you hear me?
I can hear you. I hear the drums. I hear the beat in the background.
I am taking the Commanders to defeat the Eagles.
Look, I'm not gonna be mad about you. Look, you look at the history between these two teams. Okay, Washington leads the overall series in this between these two by almost 6 games. But I just don't see how. If you're going to tell me Heineke's going to do it, then I need to see the Heineke miracle here in Philadelphia because he's been proving me wrong lately. I need him to prove me wrong one more time because Philadelphia's won the last 3 meetings in this series. So give me the Philadelphia Eagles and let's see what Heineke can do.
Well, he's going to be drinking some Heineken at the end of the game.
Because I can tell you, I give you your props. You have been successful with Washington since Heineke's been taken over as quarterback. I give you that.
I mean, he got that one loss. I didn't say they were going to win them all, but
No,
they got that one
you
loss
got
already
more
out the
wins than
way.
losses.
But the
Yeah.
Commanders, they got this. I think they could pull it off. They If it's not
Hey,
them, then I'm going to say the New York Giants will,
it's
because there's
it,
nobody else in their schedule, right, that's going to really step up to that Eagles offense.
who better to beat an undefeated team than someone within your own division? And why not now? I understand that. And I take nothing away from that. I take none away from that. It's better to lose within your division than outside division, I would say. Because I
I
mean, y'all
guess.
know they all know each other. They know each other so well.
Yeah, well, let's see
They
if they
play.
really get to know each other this Sunday and Monday night. But it'll be one hell of a game to watch finally on Monday Night Football. But hey, this show is brought to you by the CMG Central. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Give us a follow, give us a like, give us a comment what you think about our picks, and we're definitely going to review them throughout the week. So I appreciate the follows and I appreciate everything that of your support. So once again, this is all four downs, the NFL. We're going to come back in an hour or so to discuss college football, the top 25 rankings, the top 6 games that's happening this Saturday, and potentially who is overrated and who is underrated. We got that and much, much more on our
Mhm.
next episode of All Four Downs. So, out of Heck Love and myself, Obi1, thank you for watching. Take care, everyone. Let's continue to watch some good old football.